Hey, you guys. So, I was just watching a sister's video, and she talked about her dream. I'm gonna speak on mine just real fast. In my dream, about a week and a half ago, these are the beginning of sorrows. A group of us, a very few of us, 20, 30 of us, were in a classroom, and I know that on the outside, where we were all sitting, school, desk, desk in the room, body of us. I knew that on the outside there was a expectancy of wars and rumors of wars. But also on the inside there was a war going on between amongst the brethren in the back. And bickering, fighting. And just ahead of us there was an antichrist figure. I've watched the bickering amongst the brethren because all of us that are saved by grace are true believers. That's what makes us true believers. So all of us in that trailer classroom are all believers. So that means that the war and the fighting goes on between the brethren, and there should be none. We are all we are all in on one accord in the spirit, but not so much in the flesh. And that's fine. Everybody's not everybody's cup of tea. Everybody's not going to like this person's style. Everybody's not going to like the fact that what one the other does in their ministry. And that's okay, but there should never be us trolling one another or fighting amongst each other just because we have differences. It's very easy problem to solve. We just unsubscribe, or um, we don't troll one another as grace believers, because we if we're gonna troll somebody, we should troll the the ones that are teaching false doctrines. Okay, you guys, and maybe some say not even then. But if I had to troll somebody, I'm gonna troll the ones that are teaching the cursed gospels. So just because we're all on one accord in the spirit as this remnant, because there weren't many of us in there, 20, 30 believers. Just because we're not all on one accord in the flesh shouldn't mean that there should be um, any fighting. I mean, this is war amongst us. It's very simple. If you don't like who somebody is in their personality or in their flesh or in their style, we just don't we don't have to watch. We don't have to watch. We shouldn't break fellowship. But if you choose to break fellowship, um, it's a real simple solution, as opposed to the fighting that's going on. Um, everybody's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. But we should never let the opposers see us sweat and fight amongst each other and give them a reason to believe that the gospel that we preach is not a true gospel. No ammunition. We shouldn't give them any ammunition. So I'm very sad. I say all this because very sad to watch a sister's video just now. She's right. She had a dream of the same type. And just like in my dream, I sat back and I didn't say a word. I just heard the bickering and the fighting. But my suggestion that if you don't particularly care for a person, don't troll that person. Don't watch that person. Don't talk about that person. Just leave it alone. And we're all going home soon. The Antichrist figure was directly ahead of me. There were wars and rumors of wars. There was famine. There was pestilence in that dream. There was the Masons in that dream. So we're fighting a battle all on our own against Satan and Antichrist. We don't need to be fighting within each other's, within the body. So my suggestion again, if you don't like somebody, if you don't like their style, if you don't like their teaching, if you don't like their ministry, if you don't like their channel, just avoid it. That way, we don't, and another thing, and this is why I say this. I saw one person say in this video, and it confirms what Katie did said. Seen this person that said, I don't know what to believe. Here we have grace versus grace, and on top of that, grace versus false doctrines. She said, or he said, I want to become an agnostic. And this is the danger, and this is the problem that causes. You have unsaved people that were looking to us in the grace community begin to see us bicker between each other and this and that and this person and that person and and then they give up because we're supposed to be the answer. They're supposed to be drawn to us. We're supposed to be giving them the answers to the questions through the Holy Spirit as God allows us to through each and every one of our ministries. They said, he or she, I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, I want to give up. And no one who comes to the grace community should want to give up and be agnostic, not believing in anything. We should be pointing them to Christ. And all the fighting and all the bickering, just as in the dream, I didn't say a word, not picking any sides. But the dream was very telling, and it happened before this broke out. The Lord would not be pleased with it. We're losing souls. If you're going to troll people, just troll the channels that are preaching an accursed gospel. Every once in a while, go over and write a true gospel. Not so much for that person's sake, in hopes it will prick their hearts and their minds. But for the sake of the ones that don't know any better. Okay, you guys? If you want to break fellowship, that's fine. We're all on one accord in the spirit, but not so much in the flesh. But let us not lose sight that we're about to go home, and we're supposed to be winning souls, and time is very short. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go because Myra is downstairs with her brother, and she's crying. Okay, you guys, I love y'all. I love this sister. I hate to see her go, but I understand. Okay? God bless y'all.